as I was saying, I'm fortunate enough to work at the Fairfax County Department of Economic Initiatives, and I couldn't be happier to join all of you. And first of all, to say thank you for participating in the Thrive Technical Assistance Program. It's been a really great journey for us, and couldn't be more glad for you to be here this morning. We're going to employ a sports-related theme this morning. Next slide, Wendy. Bear with us. It's not fully baked, but I think we'll be okay. I'm the manager of this team, and Wendy and I were joking about this picture of me because it was taken 72 years ago before my beard started to grow. But all that to say, I'm going to give you some summary statistics, and then we're going to have short, quick presentations from three people that I think are really going to help all of us sort of find the horizon and move forward post-Thrive. So from a summary perspective, please know there were 181 businesses that participated in the program. And from start to finish, there were 586 work plans. That's a big number. That's a lot of technical assistance. And I want to thank all the consultants that also participated in the program and help us collectively deliver over $3.5 million worth of technical assistance to the 181 businesses. The majority of the work that was delivered was focused on marketing. You can see here the top three areas of focus or areas of technical assistance were all marketing, and then all of a sudden financial planning popped up. But again, the of the top six listed here, 5 were focused on marketing. As we move forward and as we entertain ideas around potentially extending the Thrive program, we are very cognizant of the fact that marketing seems to be front and center. So if we decide to move forward and if we can develop a Thrive version 2.0, marketing will be dominant once again. Now, enough about the program. Leading off for our team today is my colleague here at the Fairfax County Department of Economic Initiative, Frank Coons. Frank, take it away.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Good morning, everyone. Again, as Jamie said, my name is Frank Coons. I'm the division manager for all small and local business development. And I have a primary focus in helping facilitate and run a website platform called Fairfax Core. And Fairfax Core stands for Connecting Opportunities and Resources for Entrepreneurs. And before I dive into what Core has to offer, I do want to recognize and celebrate this week as being Small Business Week. I was at Refraction yesterday, meeting with many entrepreneurs, and today I'm at the Wish Center in Alexandria in celebration of Small Business Week. And to reiterate what Jamie said, yesterday my meetings consisted of 5 entrepreneurs, 5 of which needed help in marketing. So I'm seeing a trend that lies there. So when you enter Fairfax Core, it was really designed over a year ago to be a hub for entrepreneurs to find resources to help them on their journey. And this really has 3 different components: the initial phase of thinking about starting a business, to then putting the pen to paper and looking to open your business and what licenses and things are needed to navigate through Fairfax County, and then also to grow your business and eventually hopefully sell the business. And Fairfax Core encompasses a lot of resources to help our entrepreneurs. And the 4 things I want to speak on this slide is our resource navigator. So as our entrepreneurs want to find additional resources and support, we have over 120 resource partners on the platform. And second is our calendar of events. I was very proud last week to learn we've uploaded over 500 events in the past calendar year. that are designed for entrepreneurs, for networking events, training, educational seminars that are put on by many of our resource partners and chambers of commerce around Fairfax County. I'll be speaking to in a moment a step-by-step business guide on how to start the business, grow the business, and maintain success of the business. And finally, we release monthly a newsletter that our team works very, very hard on with wonderful resources for our entrepreneurs. This slide demonstrates two specific pieces or components inside Fairfax Core. On the left, the first graph is your search bar. If you are an entrepreneur and you would like to search for a specific area of assistance, you can begin by narrowing your search. Then the center section is our actual resource navigator that will populate different resource partners that have the tools and resources to help that entrepreneur answer questions or find the resources to move them on through the process. And then on the right is our calendar of events. And you could see that we offer that the calendar of events is a hub for many of our resource partners, chambers of commerce, to upload and post different events that specialize for many verticals on the entrepreneur's journey. And the last section I'll speak to is our business guides. These are step-by-step resources for our entrepreneurs and how they want to navigate and grow their businesses from startup to growth, maintaining trajectory, and then eventually potentially selling their business, and really just focused on maintaining these resources for inside of Fairfax County. And also, as your businesses grow, if you decide to start a non-for-profit, there's also additional resources. But as always, you can reach out to me directly. I oversee our Fairfax Core mailbox, and I encourage everyone to connect. And if you're on your journey or path and need additional resource and assistance, please feel free to reach out. But thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Frank. Appreciate that very much. And everybody that's here today, please know we've saved some time a little bit later in the presentation for questions. So if Frank or Valeria or myself or anybody, Jonathan, who will be speaking soon, if their comments generate any questions, we have room for questions. We'll do our best to answer your questions before we break. Our next speaker is Valeria Lopez, and she represents the Latino Economic Development Center. And I can't say enough good things about LEDC. Thrive would not be able, we as a county would not have been able, I should say, to lift up this program or deliver the quality of service that we were able to deliver without LEDC. So Valeria is here. She handles all of the, or oversees, she manages the small business coaching responsibilities for LEDC. Ms. Lopez.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. First of all, congratulations to everyone who complete the program. That is a huge achievement, and I'm proud of all of you because not everyone who start finish it, so it's very important. As Jamie said, I'm Valeria Lopez, and I'm the Senior Business Coach for Northern Virginia area for Latino Economic Development Center. So we are a private nonprofit organization. We are over 30 years on the market, and our mission is to drive economic growth in our region by equipping individuals with the skills and resources to achieve financial prosperity. We do it through home ownership and building thriving businesses. So some of our programs or our core programs are housing. What we do in housing is supporting clients with home buyer education, rental assistance, and foreclosure prevention. We also have the financial empowerment department that we offer tools for credit building, budgeting, and financial stability. Direct community investment, which is DCI, the program who partnered with Fairfax County to develop Thrive. So basically, we manage the budget. So we manage grants, programs, develop custom software for streamlined applications, processing in real-time reporting, and facilitate the rapid distribute of funds of grant recipients. So the last one in the department that I'm part of is small business development. So we empower entrepreneurs through coaching, access to capital, and hands-on support. What we do is, even if you are an entrepreneur that is in idea stage or you're scaling your business, we offer technical assistance, and we I understand your current situation, and we offer technical assistance and develop like an action plan where we can start achieving like small milestones, right? So that is what we do in technical assistance. Can you please continue? In small business services. So we help with business registrations, business licenses. We work with counties in Arlington, Fairfax, and other counties as well. And we help with certification guidance, small business development, business plans, marketing strategy development, financial projections, planning, company exit. For example, if someone wants to sell their company, we guide them on how to do it. And one of the most important services that we have, and we complement, like we are different than the banks with this service, is we help people to get loan ready. That is super important, because if you you want to get funding, we help you to get ready to really use the money in the opportunity or situation that really is going to help your business. We also have business trainings. We have something called LEDC Academy, which is a platform where we upload on-demand trainings. So, for example, if you are looking to learn more about leadership, or you are looking to learn more about marketing, we have different programs and workshops uploaded there that you can do it at your own pace. Also, we have a partnership with Verizon, a small business digital ready. And basically what you do is you can log in and start learning about different resources and grant opportunities and different courses from a specialist for free. I just forget to say that a nonprofit means that all our services are for free. So that is super important. Business loans. We are a CDFI, so a community development financial institution, which means that we are allowed to lend a small amount of money and very low interest rates. So what we do is that you guys can apply to a loan, and we have like simple application process, and we are SBA and USDA intermediary lenders. So we have rates as low as 6.5%. How you can connect, or how you can meet with me, you can click here and book time with me, and basically you can have a meeting online or in person. I can go to your business, and the first meeting, what we are gonna do is just understand the current situation of the business and creating an action plan. So I'm looking to connect with you and helping you in anything in your business. Thank you.
Thank you, Valeria. That was great. Our next speaker, Jonathan Morris, he is with an organization called the Virginia SBDC. And for those of you who might not be familiar with the SBDC, please make yourself familiar. They are an incredible organization, and very much in the same vein as LEDC. We would not have been able to lift up this program without the resources and the participation and the partnership that we found with the SBDC, and much of that, quite frankly, rested on Jonathan's shoulders, and we couldn't be more grateful for Jonathan's support and participation and the skills that he brought to make Thrive a successful program. So, Jonathan, please take it away.
Thanks, Jamie. So you put me in fourth place. That's the cleanup hitter. So I had to look up and make sure I understood what that was. And in the batting order, it's fourth place, but it's the most powerful hitter, and it's the one that drives the most runs in. So maybe when we get through the presentation, if we can count work plans as runs, we'll see how we did. But next slide, please. The SBDC, or the Virginia SBDC, is part of the national structure. It was established by Congress in 1980. It's a partnership between the U.S. SBA, education, state, and also local governments and private businesses. So there's quite a bit of sponsorship around it. The Virginia SBDC is led by George Mason University. There are 5 regions and there are 25 offices. We serve, well, first of all, the mission is to positively impact regional economy. And that's what our mission is, and that's how we're measured. We serve Fairfax County, Arlington County, and Prince William County. And then certainly we have sponsors with the SBDC, with the SBA, George Mason, and the local county governments. Our measurements, as I said, are based on jobs, sales growth, capital investments, and new business starts. So we measure those as the impact as a KPI for our business itself. Mason's SBDC's involvement in Thrive, which is on the next slide, which is where it all comes together. And I saw Jamie, if you could advance the slide, please. We had over 70 active beneficiaries. I think we had 93 that were assigned to us, but a few of them decided not to participate in the program. But from the 71, we generated 250 work plans. And as similar to what Jamie reported at this smaller section, 83% of them were in marketing and 59% of them were in the digital space. So certainly that was the demand from the small businesses that were participating in Thrive. And interestingly enough, one of the challenges is that the organic growth through digital marketing takes time. And we saw that with some of the extensions in the Thrive program itself to give the businesses time to let the improvements that we built, a new website, new social channels, the integration of those channels, to move that together and let that grow over time to see what kind of sales and lead generation it had, and then to modify it and then release it again and measure it again. So certainly long lead times to optimize. Most of what we did was organic, so we did it without paying Google or another third party. These were content calendars and website and optimization that was done by consultants and took over ownership by the actual businesses themselves. And at the end of the day, it's the lifeline to their business. A lot of them use the digital marketing format and platform for sales generations. Just one more comment. I personally managed 30 beneficiaries, and of the 30 beneficiaries, 29 of those beneficiaries are now signed up as clients of Mason SBDC. So we certainly had a great rate of transitioning from the Thrive program to Mason SBDC, and will continue. The Mason SBD expertise is we support direct business needs. We have a knowledge management database that we can refer to. We have lists of other contractors and consultants that have been vetted and approved that we share with our clients. And we have access to the greater SBDC network. So if there's a question or something that needs very specific to be specifically addressed, we can reach out to that network and find the answer. Industry expertise, we're across the spectrum. Interestingly enough, the portfolio of Thrive beneficiaries I had were across all of these. All of these areas had multiple in technology, 5 in government contracting, 5 food and beverage. I even had a funeral home. So we definitely went across the spectrum. Next slide, please. So the Mason SBDC provides a wealth of training. We have a series of workshops on various subjects. They typically follow the life cycle of a business and business development. They're typically 2 hours in format, and they're offered quarterly. So you can sign up for one, and you can continue in the series over a period of time. Additionally, we have specific cohorts that have been developed by some of our customers here, supports here. These are tailored classes. There are multiple sessions in format, and some of them, or most of them, are online, but they're usually 1 or 2 that are in person, so that you can meet the instructors and meet the various participants for networking purposes. So that, in a nutshell, that's Mason SBDC. For more information, you can contact myself. Here's my email. My boss, Tim Johnson, who's the director and was actively involved in coaching over the Thrive contract. And then if you're an existing customer, here's a link. And if you want to register as a new client, here's another link.
Jonathan, thank you so much. Again, we would not have been able to deliver the Thrive program without assistance both from LADC and the state's SBDC. Frank, I'm going to come back to you very quickly. If people want to sign up for the Fairfax Core newsletter, what sort of value is there in the newsletter?
That's a great question, Jamie. We are consistently intaking resources of things that are happening on trend, what is going on in the current landscape of small business and the ecosystems of small business. We featured recent articles regarding the impacts of the federal government, and for those individuals who wanted to take that step in founding their own business in this time, and launching a program called Fed to Founder with resources for those individuals. All the way down to our most recent article that had Planner of the Day, that individuals and entrepreneurs can reach out to Fairfax County who have questions about different aspects in their business, and the phone numbers, emails, and resources are available via our newsletter. And it's something our team works very hard in curating and sending to our cohort of small business entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Frank. I would add it's also a great resource if you're a provider of services to members of our small business community. So if you're not already subscribed, please check out the Fairfax Core newsletter, and the QR code on the right side of this slide will also allow you access to the Department of Economic Initiatives newsletter. Both, we hope, will bring value to your business and your contributions to Fairfax County. So as I mentioned, we are now, we tried to save about 5 minutes for Q&A. If you have some questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question. And if one of the people on the call can answer it, we're happy to. And if, very honestly, we're unable to, we will respond to you as soon as possible with an answer. So anybody have a question, feel free to jump in.
I have a question. Jonathan, do you serve just Fairfax, or not, like, which markets do you serve?
Well, certainly it's Fairfax, Prince William County, Arlington County. We serve the region. It's a regional,
like Northern Virginia area.
Northern Virginia region. Right?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
And for what it's worth, Valeria, Jonathan is part of a statewide network. So there are SBDC offices scattered around the state, and each office has sort of a geographic representation.
There's 25 across the state, but George Mason SBDC is the seat of the program for the state of Virginia.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that we cover DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Puerto Rico. In case you have a business owner that, a friend or someone who needs help in Puerto Rico, we are there as well. And looking
Thank you.
forward to collaborate with Jonathan and Frank as well.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Michael, go ahead.
Yes, I was looking for my microphone. So is LISE part of your program, or is it a separate program within the county?
It's, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Is what part of our program?
LISC.
LEDC
LEDC. LEDC
Uh-huh.
is a partner organization. They're actually based in Washington, D.C., but they have been kind enough to work with our group, the Fairfax County Department of Economic Initiatives, on several of these ARPA-related recovery programs. And most notably, the most recent partnership we've had was focused on Thrive. But they are a separate nonprofit CDFI organization based out of Washington, D.C., with offices in Northern Virginia.
How about Headway Capital? Is that a lender that is part of the network? Because they offered me a line of credit for my business, and with our conversation, the percentage was 5%. So when I signed the documents, and when you send the DocuSign, you sign and you read afterwards. So I signed and read afterwards, and I got the funds because they said you have to take at least 5,000. I said, okay, fine, I don't need it, but I'll get the 5,000 because you're requiring it. And then when I read the fine print, it was 5% per month. So it turns out to be 65% for the year. So I said, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna use this loan because it's usurious. So
Our,
I was
our organization, we are a government entity. We are not a lender. The LEDC is a CDFI. They do make focused subject matter specific types of loans. But really, the folks here, Frank, Jonathan, and Valeria, they're here to counsel you and provide you with the information you need so you can make an informed decision before you sit down and talk to a lender. And so I would encourage you, if you have questions about that line of credit or about any sort of capital need for your business, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of the three of them. As a government entity, I cannot recommend a specific lender to you, but we can sit down and help you better understand any proposal, again, such that you are able to make an informed decision.
Yes, I've spoken to Tim Johnson already, and I intend to reach out to him again and further my relationship with him because I'm very happy with the advice that he has given me. So thank you very much.
Tim is a good man.
Excellent. So we have one question in the chat, Jamie, if we can address that real quickly, and then we will let everyone finish their day. Sam says, core census notification. Is there a specific group we should talk to about both grants, available grants and lines of credit?
Again, I would suggest that you reach out to either Frank or Jonathan or Valeria and gain their insight and talk to them about options before you sit down and engage with a potential lender. It's historically one of the largest issues for any business that is in the market for capital. And the folks here on this call can provide guidance and, again, steer you in the right direction. Jonathan, go ahead, please.
I heard something at the very beginning, and I want to make sure that I don't know if it's been funded like a movie, the next release, but I heard Thrive 2.0 it may continue, and that's something that's wonderful, because certainly from the beneficiaries and people that I've talked to, they've gotten a lot of benefit from it. One of the things we're going to do now is write up some of the case studies to demonstrate that. And I have quite a few of the beneficiaries are on the call here. So we're very excited if something moves forward, because it was certainly well received. And to continue to measure the benefit over a period of time now that we've done the initial is just a great thing.
Thank you for that, Jonathan. Yeah, we are interested, and we are in the process of trying to figure that out. So it is far from being fully baked, but if we can stand something up in the short term, or maybe even in the medium term, that resembles Thrive in a slightly different way, we're exploring that.
Wonderful.
All right, last question.
I think Sam had a follow-up, or Amelia. If we can do them real quick, so I know you guys were off.
Yeah,
over.
I don't have a follow-up. I just wanted to tell everybody else that is on the line, thank you all for putting this together. I worked on a program with Jonathan, and both Valeria's group and Jonathan's group were amazingly supportive and helpful to us. So I wanted the rest of the people that are joined to the program know about that. That's all.
Appreciate that, Sam. Thank you very much. Amelia, bring it home for us. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Amelia Michelle from Logic Finder, and we got qualified for Thrive Grant, and overall the experience that we had, that was really good. So currently the question I'm having, so for example, if there's any of the company who would like to work on the skill set of their employees, so are there any specified programs that you guys are currently having?
We don't have any specified programs at the moment, but again, if you subscribe to either the Fairfax Core or the DEI newsletter, we'll make sure that once something comes into focus, it is announced there.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy your day, and thanks again for participating in Thrive. Take care.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.